I'll ask again. Do you know where Maddie is? Did you have anything to do with her disappearance?
I do not.
Okay. You're infatuated with the Gabby Petito story. Your own words.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, when like the manhunt and stuff was going on.
My biggest fear right now is that this is.
No, I get it.
This is mimicking that case.
I get it.
And the guy that's infatuated that case is sitting right in front of me.
March 31st, 2023, what started as a routine morning in Winona, Minnesota, would soon turn into a disturbing mystery. 26-year-old Madeline Kingsbury dropped her children off at daycare and was never seen again. As investigators searched for answers, all eyes turned to one person, her ex-partner, Adam Fravel. This bodycam footage captures the crucial moments as police question him. What really happened to Madeline? And what does this interview reveal? Let's take a closer look. On the day Madeline Kingsbury disappeared, Winona police arrived to speak with Adam Fravel, the last known person to see 26-year-old Madeline Kingsbury before she vanished. At this point, she was simply missing, but soon, this case would take a dark and tragic turn. This footage, released by the Winona County District Court, captures the early moments of the investigation before the truth about Madeline's fate was finally uncovered.
Okay. So Adam, I'm sure you're aware of what's all going on. Some people called about Madeline a little concerned, and we're just trying to get an idea of where she might be.
Yes.
When's the last time you heard from her or anything like that?
Yeah, so this morning when I last heard from her, so that's why personally I wasn't very concerned yet.
What time about was that?
Probably around 10.
10 a.m.?
I left the house around 10 to bring some stuff down to my parents. And then when I came back home, I noticed that my car was still there. She was going to take my car to work today, and my car was still there. And she wasn't there. That's the last I saw from her. And then I tried texting her, tried calling her, and I haven't heard anything since.
And you had the van today, correct?
Yep.
Yep,
I was hauling stuff down to my parents.
Gotcha. And your car was still there, and you now have your car, correct?
Correct.
As officers speak with Adam Fravel, they begin with a simple question: when was the last time he heard from Madeline Kingsbury? Fravel explains that he last spoke with her that morning and didn't find her absence concerning at first. He tells investigators that he left their home around 10 a.m. to bring some items to his parents. But when he returned, something was off. Madeline was gone, yet her car was still parked outside. The very car she was supposed to take to work. He claims he tried calling and texting her but never got a response. As the interview continues, investigators listen closely, piecing together the final moments before Madeline's disappearance.
Does she usually ride with anybody to work, or is there anybody she could be with right now?
She doesn't usually ride with anybody to work, but she has before. She has a couple co-workers in Winona. So that's what I figured she did, but I don't know.
I think it was your...
I took 2 things of melatonin, so I apologize if I sound groggy.
No, you're alright. Anywhere else in town you think she might be?
At this time of night, no. During the day, she constantly goes to like coffee shops like Blue Grounds and Blue Heron and stuff like that. But not at this time of night. It's definitely odd for her right now.
Does she ever go to the bars at all?
No, we're not drinkers at all.
And she was supposed to leave for the cities tomorrow. That's correct?
Yep. So last weekend we made plans for this weekend. I was going to bring our son Noah down here to my parents, and she was going to bring Ellie up to the cities to her sisters. And when I haven't gotten a response from her all day, I just took both the kids down here to my parents.
As investigators question Adam Fravel, they probe for any clues about Madeline Kingsbury's disappearance. Adam explains that she was supposed to take his car to work, but never did, and by the time he returned home, she was gone. He admits he tried calling and texting her, but got no response. When asked about friends or frequent hangouts, he mentions a few coffee shops but says it's unusual for her to be out this late. He also confirms that Madeline had plans to take their daughter to the Twin Cities the next day, but after not hearing from her all day, he took both children to his parents instead. As the interview unfolds, investigators take note searching for any inconsistencies in his story. Investigators confront Adam Fravel with a chilling accusation multiple people claim he once warned Madeline that if she didn't listen, she would end up like Gabby Petito. Gabby Petito, a 22-year-old travel blogger, went missing in August 2021 while on a cross-country trip with her fiancé, Brian Laundrie. Her remains were found in Wyoming on September 19th. 2021, and her death was ruled a homicide by strangulation. Laundrie, the prime suspect, later died by suicide, leaving behind a notebook where he admitted responsibility. The case gained national attention, sparking discussions about domestic violence and law enforcement response. When pressed, Adam admits to making the comment but insists it was just a poorly timed joke. He recalls being deeply interested in the Gabby Petito case and says he made the remark while hugging Madeline from behind, not realizing how inappropriate it was. But to detectives, this statement is more than just a joke. It's a disturbing glimpse into the dynamic between Adam and Madeline, and possibly a warning of what was to come.
Were you guys joking around that day, or were you having fun that day? What was it like that day?
No, like I said, it was literally just a joke. It was just, it's, you know.
Yeah, it's not a very good joke.
I know, and it makes me look bad, I get that. But it's the truth, I don't know what else to say.
I appreciate explaining this.
This happened, it was at the townhouse, I don't remember what year.
When she told the other people, she said it occurred during a time when you guys were a possible breakup, and that's when you made that statement.
I won't say that.
Well, that's what she's saying to her friends.
Okay.
And you said she doesn't lie, and it sounds like she tells you to your face that she's seeing someone new. So.
What?
So I mean that's a pretty interesting statement that she's making, and I'm trying to learn about her through her words to other people, through her phone, through her co-workers, through her friends, through her family, through you.
Okay.
And I can tell you that it appears that this relationship was not going super well, to the point that she's wanting to get out of there as soon as possible.
I would agree with the last thing you just said about wanting to get out of there as soon as possible, because if that was the case,
the conversation shifts to the strained relationship between Adam and Madeline, with 2 young children involved. Investigators believe tensions had been building. They suggest that something happened inside the apartment, something more than what Adam is admitting. He questions why he would ever harm the mother of his children, but investigators remain firm. After hours of combing through evidence and statements, they are confident that the truth is far more complex than Adam wants them to believe. As the pressure mounts, the investigation takes a critical turn.
I want to ask again, do you know where Maddie is? Did you have anything to do with her disappearance?
I do not.
Okay. You're infatuated with the Gabby Petito story, your own words.
Yeah. I was, yeah. When like the manhunt and stuff was going on.
My biggest fear right now is that this is
No, I get it.
this is mimicking that case.
I get it.
And the guy that's infatuated that case is sitting right in front of me. And he's doing a really good job keeping it together, and I'm not buying it.
I'm not either.
And I'm not, I just, I just want to find her.
No,
For your kids. I just think you're dealing with a lot here. I think you've been dealing with a lot here. You have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old together. So I think something happened in that apartment.
But from you guys' perspective, why would I hurt or make the mother of my children disappear?
Because you're pissed.
I don't know that. Maybe it just happened. I don't know, but more happened, Adam. And I'm not saying that on a whim. I'm saying that based on the last 30 hours that we've spent on this case. Adam, you gotta live too. And I just think you're holding back here. You know more.
No, I don't.
As the questioning continues, investigators press Adam Fravel about his alleged comment referencing Gabby Petito. He insists it was nothing more than a joke, admitting it was in poor taste but denying any sinister intent. However, detectives challenge him with what Madeline had told others that the remark was made during a difficult time in their relationship, possibly during a breakup. Investigators reveal that through interviews and messages, they've learned Madeline was desperate to leave. When confronted with this, Adam hesitates but ultimately agrees she wanted out. A crucial moment in the investigation, as police begin to piece together the true nature of their relationship as the interrogation intensifies. Investigators directly confront Adam Fravel about Madeline Kingsbury's disappearance. He denies any involvement, but his composed demeanor raises suspicion. Detectives point out his deep interest in the Gabby Petito case, drawing unsettling parallels between the two situations. To them, his calmness feels rehearsed, and they aren't convinced by his denials.
Adam, you gotta live too. And I just think you're holding back here. You know more.
No, I don't. I don't know. Maddie and I do not have any history of violence besides emotional or verbal.
Unfortunately, that's not what I heard
But
either.
we've never laid hands on each other or anything like that. So why someone would say that, I don't know. I know I can tell you.
I don't.
I
I'm
know.
struggling because you guys
I get it.
went home. Her
I want to believe
jacket
you,
was
Adam.
in the house. Her bag for work was there.
Where was her phone? Did you guys ever find her phone?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So why would she leave all that behind? And no vehicle is gone, and her jacket is there.
Adam,
Told you what?
do you know that there's like some zip ties or something in the back of your van?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I think we have that like in the storage compartment or something like that back there, where she has other materials that
Okay.
just stuff that we keep in the van.
Okay. What do you use those for?
I don't know why I didn't put those there.
Okay.
It probably wasn't something. Oh, maybe because a couple weekends ago she took the van up to her dad's. Her dad put a new oil pan. Some kind of major repair he did on the engine, and I know he had to zip tie something. Maddie mentioned he had to zip tie some vacuum hoses or something together. Maybe that's what it was from.
Okay.
But I've never personally zip tied something.
Like I said, Adam, your own admission, you're infatuated with the Gabby Petito story.
You gotta remember that was
this
how
is
long ago was that?
well, this case is rearing some eerily
Yeah.
similar circumstances.
I get it.
Your timeline is off, and these text messages where you're kind of suddenly worried about her, they don't make sense, and they almost seem like they're intentional. They almost seem like they're breadcrumbs that you knew the police would pick up.
Okay.
And I'm trying to work with you here. Again,
I'm just saying now I'm not going to say much because now my wall is up and I'm probably going to have to get a lawyer because I'm feeling really accused and stuff. So, you know.
Okay.
I mean, you can ask what you want and I'll answer. I'm just saying I'm putting up my defense now. I've been working with you guys completely, but now I'm getting accused of stuff, so, you know.
All I can say to that is we wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't
No,
try to do
and I get that
better.
too, I get that too, so,
Only because, I'll reiterate again, you were the last one to have seen her. You were the last one to be in the house at the same time. You were the only one that had access to the house. You knew had access to her cars. You went home with her. And so that's why.
As the questioning continues, Adam Fravel grows increasingly defensive. Investigators press him on inconsistencies in his story: the abandoned belongings, the missing vehicle, and the suspicious text messages. They point out how his supposed concern for Madeline came only after she had already vanished, making it seem more like a carefully placed breadcrumb trail rather than genuine worry. The discovery of zip ties in his van raises further questions, but Adam dismisses them as unrelated, blaming a recent car repair. Faced with mounting pressure, Adam shifts his stance. Once cooperative, he now talks about needing a lawyer, feeling cornered by the investigators. Detectives remain firm, reminding him that he was the last person to see Madeline alive, the last one to be in their home with her. The weight of that reality is undeniable, and the walls are closing in. For weeks, Madeline Kingsbury's disappearance remained a mystery, but investigators never took their eyes off Adam Fravel. His inconsistent statements, suspicious behavior, and growing body of evidence pointed to one disturbing conclusion: he knew more than he was admitting. Then, on June 7th, 2023, the case took a devastating turn. Search teams discovered human remains in a wooded area of Fillmore County, just miles from where Adam had been staying. DNA testing confirmed the worst Madeline Kingsbury had been found. AS News broke. Authorities moved swiftly. Adam Fravel was arrested and charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. Investigators uncovered forensic evidence, phone records, and inconsistencies in his statements that pointed directly to him. Prosecutors argued that a toxic relationship and custody disputes led to a fatal confrontation. Despite his denials, the weight of the evidence was undeniable, leading to his formal charges, an arrest marking a critical step toward justice for Madeline. After months of investigation, heartbreak, and legal proceedings, justice was finally served. Adam Fravel was found guilty of murdering Madeline Kingsbury. While her loved ones mourned an unimaginable loss, the conviction brought a sense of closure. The case, which bore eerie similarities to other high-profile disappearances, became yet another chilling reminder of how quickly a domestic situation can turn deadly. Though nothing could bring Madeline back, her family and community vowed to honor her memory, ensuring her story would not be forgotten.